My third day on this motorcycle. First time going on the roads. I've only been in the neighborhood around the cul-de-sacs practicing. I'm going to REI right now to pick up one of those inflatable sleeping pads because I have basically everything around the house, kinda some makeshift gear to drive across the country. But the only thing I don't have is a sleeping pad because I traded it to this guy that sells used camping gear in California, so I need a new one. So that's where I'm headed. I'm kind of nervous because, man, this bike is huge. My dad is a mechanic. He wired the radio, he changed the oil. I thrifted everything I could and then threw out the rest, except for some books and some paintings of skeletons I did while I was in Georgia. I was thinking about death a lot.
Oh yeah?
So he says, Joe, you want to go for a ride on the motorcycle? I'm like, of course. Because it's been a few months since I've been on a motorcycle. And I'm like, yeah, I want to go with my dad on the back of his motorcycle. And when we're riding, he pulls into the middle school parking lot near our house, the one I went to when I was a kid. And he stops. He says, all right, what I want you to do is I want you to take it easy. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, come on. I want to see. Let's see if you can ride this. Maybe you can take this around the country. I was like, you know what that is? That's like a dad handing his sword to you. My dad says, here, this motorcycle I've had, there's pictures of me as a baby next to this motorcycle. My dad's had this bike. And him saying, take it around the block. Maybe you can ride it 6,000 miles around the perimeter of the U.S. It's like, what, dude? I was so scared. It was so scary. But that's beautiful. My dad, I love him, man. But I was so shaky on this bike, so scared to leave. You can tell by the way I'm acting. I'm dragging my feet. I'm like, shrug my shoulders, shake my head. But that moment, when you put the bike in first gear, it's a warm Georgia day. You hear the birds that chirping, the crickets that cricketing, and you are about to go on the roads you've driven on your whole life. The roads you know like you know your veins in your arm. You probably know them better than that. And if there's a moment when you get on a highway and you leave those roads, and all of a sudden everything changes, and you're not with the people you love, and you're not in the place where you have a place to sleep, and anything that goes wrong, it's on you and the kind strangers around you to help. What a real human emotion. Mystery. Curiosity. I love it, man. I love adventure. When I'm not on an adventure, I'm reading books about adventure. When I'm not reading books about adventure, I'm listening to music. Going up the country, baby, don't you wanna go? You know? On the road again. Dude, I'm too goofy to make this video right now. It's been a great morning. I just had breakfast with my friends, but you get the point. I made this video probably 4 minutes longer by just talking like this, but it's important. It's important that you see me. You see my purpose behind it. You see that I love my family. I love where I live. And I left. You see that I do it because I have this yearning for that. For that waking up on a park table in Texas somewhere. To sleep on the roof of a rest stop somewhere. For some reason, waking up in those places, My mind is brand new. Here I am, brand new, 24 hours ahead of me. What could happen? Here now, I know I'm going to the library today to edit a video. I'm going to Cirque du Soleil tonight after I cook dinner with my friends. That's a great time. How could you have a better day? But it's not a mystery. It is in a way. I don't know what conversations, but this, you're putting that bike in first gear and you're diving into mystery. You'd have no idea. Especially in this case, you'll see. I make it 3 miles from my house before it breaks down. That's an adventure. Let's go.
Bike much better. That wobble, I never felt that wobble. So you said something about it the other day when you first rode it.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I just went up to Carmela's cul-de-sac and felt it a lot. Not that, you know, I was scared shitless. I stopped for 5 minutes. Just rode my dad's motorcycle for the first time. Almost crashed twice. It was so scary. Oh my God.
With all the weight that's on this back, I guarantee that's why it's making it more pronounced.
But you know, I did ride it the other day with like my clothes packed up and my backpack on, and it wasn't bad. It's weird.
I'm sorry, Joe.
It's okay, Dad. It's not your fault. You had no idea. I'm glad we caught this today. Thank God for that smoke, you know?
Yeah.
Man, just had to take everything out of the bike. I was supposed to leave today. Left. It was wobbling so much, and I was like, man, this stuff is too heavy. So I came back. It was smoking too, so I came back, you know, and it was like, man, I gotta cut some weight. But the only weight I could cut was one pair of pants, because everything else, like, there's barely anything. So I'm like, damn, that's so weird. So I had to stay because of the smoke, and I thought that was the problem. And my dad takes a ride, and he almost crashed because of the wobbles. And we think the front fork is bent from when he hit a deer. So now I can't take the motorcycle across the country. Damn. Well, he's really sad about it because he gave it to me, or we traded, and I put money into it, you know, to register and all that. And I was supposed to leave today to go across the country, and now I can't because of the bike, because he hit a deer and all this stuff, because he thought it was safe, but it's not. But I'm really not upset. I love my dad. It's so funny that he's upset, like, for me about it. You know, he's so much love. But I think I might hitchhike or something, or take a train. But my parents they'd be so scared if I did that. So if I hitchhike, I can't really tell them I'm hitchhiking. I got to tell them something else or something, dude. I don't know. But I'm getting across the country somehow, and I gotta leave soon. So I could fly a little bit. Maybe I could tell my parents I was flying to San Diego and really just fly to like Texas and hitchhike the rest of the way. Oh, here my dad comes. He's back. We're gonna see how it is without the weight on it. I took everything out, so I don't know. unexpected adventure. I was supposed to leave yesterday on the motorcycle. Doesn't work. So now I booked a flight to Salt Lake City, 3 days away, and I'm gonna fly there. I'm gonna somehow get to Yellowstone from there, and then somehow get from Yellowstone to San Diego. Oh! God damn. Peace out. Oh man, just say goodbye to my buddies. Played a bunch of board games tonight. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. I'm leaving to Salt Lake City. I don't know where I'm sleeping tomorrow. I've only passed through Salt Lake City, so this will be interesting. This is an unexpected adventure. You know what I'm saying? Here goes my sister. I'm at the freaking airport. I hope I have everything with me. Oh my god, dude, airports are so scary.
You stowed in overhead bin, then you're seated completely underneath the seat in front of you. Roller bag tends to fit best with the wheels facing out toward the aisle. Place your smaller personal items such as backpacks, computer bags, and purses completely underneath the seat in front of you. If you are seated in...
I asked someone which way I go if I'm walking out of here, and he said you can't walk, you gotta take a trolley. And the trolley takes you to downtown Salt Lake City for $2. I said, yes sir, I'm on my way. Me and my friend Sunshine, who I met in California, he's the reason I lived here. He found me a place to live when I was traveling originally on a motorcycle. He came with me to Georgia. We met a girl in Utah who asked for a ride to Alabama to see her mom. Of course, we had a great time. Here I am in Salt Lake City, and she lives there. So she let me have a place to stay. Early morning, beautiful. Dang, it's chilly. It's nice, dude. My backpack is so heavy though today. I gotta walk down this road a few miles to get to where Casey works because I accidentally left my GoPro in her car. Flowers, water. My nose is bleeding. Ah! And all I have is a leaf. Ready for this? This is the part, yo. If the day and night are such that you greet them with joy, and life emits a fragrance like flowers and sweet-scented herbs, is more elastic, more starry, more immortal, that is your success. All nature is your congratulation, and you have cause momentarily to bless yourself. The greatest gains and values are farthest from being appreciated. We easily come to doubt if they exist. We soon forget them. They are the highest reality. Perhaps the facts most astounding and most real are never communicated by man to man. The true harvest of my daily life is somewhat as intangible and indescribable as the tints of morning or evening. It is a little stardust caught, a segment of the rainbow which I have clutched. Here I am, Salt Lake City, Utah, at the Temple of the Mormons, reading Henry David Thoreau with blood all over my hands and face. I can tell you one thing, I didn't expect to be here. I just threw up so much.
Get your motor running.